Welcome to another session of Meet the Experts with Valentina Mathias, myself, and Cheryl Outred from On Massage. Welcome, Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
Good. It's nice to have you here today. So Cheryl's going to tell us what she specialises in.
I specialise in treatments with Reiki, massage. I use a Tibetan singing bowl, crystals, and and some angel cards.
Yes, and we will get to look at some of those things later on. We'll get Cheryl to show us how her little tools of the trade work, many of which I use as well. And I've had treatments with Cheryl and they are totally mind-blowing, absolutely amazing. And her treatment room is also very nice.
I love my room.
Yeah.
I love the
and
energy of that room.
I like that it's a nice, open, large space.
So lucky to get that space.
Yeah. And in winter time,
and
there's an electric blanket.
I'm sure that's why people come back, because they're nice and warm. They have the electric blanket on, the heater, and then I warm the towels up, and you know how that makes me feel nurtured when I'm and then your muscles don't have to hold on either. That's what I. And then I do turn the electric blanket off so you don't overheat. But, or there's electrical interference with the energy. But
Cheryl, when people book in for a session with you, what can they expect to happen in the course of from booking in to when it finishes?
All right. Well, from the moment I get the call and write down their name, I start to tune into the energy. On the day that they're arriving for their appointment, prior to that, I'll set the room up with the intent of working with pure love and clear the energy of the room. And when they walk into the room, then each person is treated as an individual. Everyone has different issues and cares and whatever. Some people talk, some people don't.
Okay.
You know, some people just want to be. Other people
just want to receive.
Yeah. Some people fall asleep on the table. Some people will, have little epiphanies or big epiphanies, or some people will cry if they need to. But they often say they feel nurtured and lighter afterwards. And then I like to let them sit when they finish, and then maybe take an angel card to just connect with the energy and how they're feeling. They might want to. Some people will have like half a treatment of massage and then half a treatment of energy work. Some people will have an hour of energy work and half an hour of massage. Depending on whether they've got injury or where they're coming from and why they've walked through the doors.
How about we pull an angel card just for fun?
All right. Now I have a few different packs here. I've got Ascended Masters. That's the first one that popped up. What one would you?
Let's have a look.
A Life Purpose.
So we've got Ascended Masters.
There's a couple of different ones.
Life Purpose. Adoring Virtue. That'd be angel cards, aren't they? Archangel.
Archangel Raphael Healing. And Talking to Heaven.
And Talking to Heaven. That sounds nice. So that's Adoring Virtue as
also,
well. Okay. So, did you say this one was the one that you...
Yeah, I felt that was Ascended Masters, because even prior to coming here today, I needed to, make sure and connect, and always draw on the tools to feel safe and feel that you're not alone and supported, you know. And I was very nervous about walking through these doors today, let me tell you. So anything I could do with the cards and support, please help me, angels. So usually what I do into the pack, so just hold with intent with love. Some people, you can either knock the top of the pack,
so
put your energy into it.
To put your energy into it.
And it's to move so the people that have made the pack, all the different hands that have touched the pack, and all that, the processing, the manufacturing, everything, it just clears it.
Clears it all out.
And say I've been using this, and then another customer, a client, has used it, then they've got it. So what I do is, so you would hold it with intent, hold it, and then you would just hit the pack, hold it. Some people actually touch each card to put their energy into it.
I can feel, after knocking it, I can feel the vibration going down to my hand underneath.
Yeah.
So the knock is enough for me. It's definitely pushed it through. And I mean, I'm an energy healer, so of course.
So you're very aware. You're very aware.
But I can feel a pink light from my hand now feeling all of them.
That's lovely.
So it does transfer very quickly to each person,
absolutely,
doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So you can either, if you want to shuffle the cards like this, you know, like, I'm not a very good shuffler to tell the truth, and you might find that a certain
card sharp?
No. You might find like this card that's just sort of popped out.
Yeah.
I feel drawn to actually take that card. Now I haven't actually said, so I've got yoga. Now this is, surprisingly enough, this is the card that I chose before I came here today. Not surprisingly enough, but it's I need to get back to yoga.
So I interviewed a yoga teacher on Saturday.
Did you?
And yoga means union, union of the mind and body. So it's your body parts and everything coming together in union with your mind to move forward together.
Wow.
And to do things like to go into the poses in yoga.
Yeah.
Because often in yoga, she was explaining, our mind is the blockage. So it's the union of getting the mind
and to get out of
to work
the head to the
body.
heart and to as one. Yeah.
But maybe you actually need to do yoga.
Oh, I do, definitely. I've got two different places that I do love to go. So yeah, so collective down at Terrigal is one. I've just got to get with Marty.
Yeah, well, I was going to Heidi's classes, but Heidi's, she's into her third trimester.
Yes, isn't that exciting? I don't know her, but I know her from Facebook and seeing her beautiful posts.
Heidi, the only girl approaching third trimester that could post up a picture of herself in a bikini.
Yes.
I know, goddess. Absolute goddess.
Well, that's obviously what happens when you do yoga.
Yes, it's a good advertisement for yoga.
As soon as she says the word belly, to me it's like the switch goes and I just am totally relaxed. It must be the word, it's the trigger with me, especially after we've done the poses and then we do a meditation afterwards. It's just beautiful. So for you, if you're wanting to do, a card set for yourself, you can either
put my energy in.
put your energy in, and you can, with intent, you can either ask a question if you've got something on your mind that's worrying you, or if you ask for help from somebody, or what should I be doing, or even if you can't think because you're on the spot, sort of thing, and just see what card sort of pops out for you. Some fall on the ground, some, but just trust. Nothing's right, nothing's wrong, it just is.
I think it says priestess, I haven't got my glasses.
Priorities, King Solomon. So the hands are up in the air, beautiful purple intuitive coat and the gold. Whoop. So yeah, that's talking about priorities, like what are your priorities? Like structure or what you need to be doing, or you've got lots of little fingers in the pie, so let's just
different businesses.
So you can ask. So with that, so with the message priorities down here, King Solomon, you can call on King Solomon and his energy to help you prioritize. So that's how you use your cards.
Well, I was asking about my business.
Yeah.
So what I need to do in my business is prioritize.
There you are.
Yeah, and I was thinking that I really need to simplify, prioritize, and just well, not do
just
too many things.
But you're doing. You are doing a lot of things. You are. Look, you're always, like a feather floating through the air. There's always something going on. But that's exciting, isn't it? There you go. It's here, over here. Okay. There you go.
So you always get to draw a card when you have a session. What other toys have you got there?
I've got my bowl.
Oh yes,
Beautiful bowl. Yeah, look at this beautiful bowl. This came all the way from Nepal. It was a gift from a girlfriend of mine called Cheryl, and another Cheryl, and
I met the
it
two
means
Cheryls
a lot.
at the same time.
You did
at a Tibetan singing bowl healing night.
Yes, that's it.
And she Gallery.
That's we were so excited because she'd already bought me back this, and then I was playing it, and then I went there and actually experienced it.
Oh, with Christy.
Christy had this amazing line of bowls, and like she specialises in her field, doesn't she? She's just got a beautiful
and she walks the talk. She's got an incredible, beautiful spiritual energy.
Yeah,
and spends a lot of time in Nepal.
Yes.
Yeah, she lives.
She has some beautiful. Oh, does she?
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get Christy and perhaps
a little nice eye mask on, some crystals lined up down your body, and then I'll go around I don't know if you can hear that, but I'll do it. Yeah. So over the different chakras, and then you'll hear different parts of the body has different sounds.
And your body feels it.
It sure
feels
does.
the vibration.
And I find as I go over the body, over the client's body, when I'm making these sounds, when there's a part of the body that is just not right, it bites. It's twang, you know, it's a different sense, a sharp sound to me. So then
the body, it sounds
talks
out there and weird, but the body talks to the bowl.
But it does.
Yeah, and I often give people Tibetan singing bowl healing too, and when I do it in large groups, in my meditation groups, they all say to me, how do you know, I can hear you're playing it differently on different people, and I say, I'm not playing it, you are.
Yeah.
And they say, but on me you do one chakra this way and another chakra that way. And I'd say, no, your chakra's coming up.
When you have water in the bowl and you make the sound and you're going around, the water dances, it sparkles up, it jumps out. It's amazing, and that's what it's doing inside your body.
Let's do it. Okay, so let's see this water dancing.
Isn't it beautiful?
Really beautiful.
And that's what's going on in your body during the healing. Look at that.
Wow.
Whoa!
Oh, it's gorgeous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice to be honoured, isn't it?
It's nice to be honest about what you're doing and not having to try and sell something. You know, like be authentic, and that's what I'm. That's what I'm finding. The collective people on the Central Coast are coming together, and it's not a competition. It's about helping each other.
Yes.
So good.
Yeah.
Walking your talk.
Walking your talk.
Yeah.
Actually.
What? What are you going to say now?
I refused to show Cheryl my list of questions so she wouldn't get nervous.
Okay.
But that's one of the questions.
Was it? Yeah. What? Walking your talk.
Yes. Well, I'm particularly interested because my business is Balance Begins With Me. So obviously what interests me is, as practitioners, how do we walk our talk?
I'm a sign person. I have signs everywhere.
Oh.
So
Don't tell me.
what?
Number plates?
Number plates, yeah. Anything that's got letters or numbers or words, I make, things out of it or mean something. But from the time I get up in the morning, go for a walk on the beach at Terrigal.
I do the same.
Yeah,
at Forest Hill.
it's so nice to do that. And you meet such positive people along the way. I usually write in the sand a positive words for the day. And I love to leave it in the sand and take a photo of it, put it on Facebook to hope that it reaches somebody and means something.
Yeah.
And I leave it there for people to walk past until it washes away.
Something that I always like to ask people as well is why you do what you do, and a little bit about your journey in life. When we're reaching out and connecting with people, that's what they're responding to, is why
we do it.
Why we do it. What led us here?
Well, my journey began when that I was aware of, that I was conscious of, in my about 30, where I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue, and I wasn't very well, and I had 2 little children and a happy marriage and working and automatic pilot, and the body just decided that it wasn't going to cooperate. 2.5 years of hospitals and doctors, and I used to take between 20 and 25 tablets a day. One time my husband carried me out of the hospital. They just said it was in my head. I ended up at Lake Haven Natural Therapies, and a lady came out and she put her hand on my forehead and she said, go home and lay down for 5 days and wait for the change. And I thought, I won't tell you what I said, but anyway, so I I just thought, oh yeah, whatever. And I went home. So that was from Lake Haven, and we lived at Summerland Point, which is, you know, a 40-minute drive. And they sent somebody by the name of Warren Rose, I'll never forget his name, Warren Rose, to my home. They cared, you know, they actually cared about me healing. And what happened, that was the first time the lights actually went on for me, and I realised that my life force energy was very low, that, say, this bright green dress that I've got on now, I wasn't seeing it as this colour. I was seeing, all the colours I was seeing was very flat, so my life force energy was very low.
You weren't even seeing
colour.
The vibrancy of colour?
No, no, no. I had, when I had blood tests and that, I had glandular fever, chicken pox and hepatitis. So inflammation of, you know, liver and whatever. So it was just the immune system crashing. It was just, you know, a way to turn a corner, make me stop. After he'd done this energy healing, I didn't know what it was. I didn't care what it was because I'd exhausted mainstream and wasn't getting any answers. And I was too young. I was a fit person, very athletic and all that in my younger years. Yeah, then I searched out, you know, crystal therapies, Reiki. You know, I used to put $1 aside in a beautiful jar, and by the time I got to $30, I knew I could afford a treatment. I'd go and have a treatment, and then Louise Hayes, reading her books, and that's how I got into learning about it. And then this lady, Jan Pritchard, said to me, why are you paying me when you can do it yourself? And I thought everybody has the ability to heal and learn and connect, and so it's just been a journey from there. My husband used to say, oh, don't tell too many people, they'll think you're a white witch, and then in the end he's the one that you know, actually introduces them through my door. I have now got empathy for people that are not well, or, you know, I used to have to sleep in hot baths. That was the only time I could sleep. You know, I couldn't sleep at night, and the brain wouldn't switch off. You know, I lost my menstrual cycle, my hair was falling out, I couldn't move my hand. I'm now a massage therapist. You know, I couldn't weight of things, couldn't hold my children. When I see people, I say, I understand, and I do. You know, I have empathy for them, and if I can give them a little bit of a glimpse and hope, and, you know, search it out. Don't, you know, if you get a bad haircut from a hairdresser, you're not going to go back to that hairdresser, are you? You know, so if you don't get the diagnosis that you want from a doctor, you try a different doctor, you try a different method, you know. Don't settle for it, because we can all be well.
Yeah, we definitely can all be well.
And it all sounds, you know, the first time I heard about, you know, crystals and Tibetan bowls and energy and all that, I was like, okay, but I needed to try something. I wanted help. And I want to see my children. I want to be a part of life. I want to live life, you know. I want to see those bright colours.
If you had an opportunity to get any message out to the world, to help our community, to help the world, what do you think would be the most helpful advice you could offer?
Believe you can do anything. Trust. Forgive. Forgiveness is a big one. You know, forgive. Don't judge. Peace. Just, you know, love your fellow man. Help the next person, you know. Communicate. You know, it's when you meet people on a love level, or on a level where, you know, everyone's got their lessons to learn, and try not to judge and just think, well, that's where they're coming from, or that's their lessons in life. Support them, you know. You mightn't agree with what they're doing or whatever, but you can sort of maybe guide them a little bit, be positive. I think we just all need to reconnect. You know, we're all so disjointed, but that's what I'm happy about, you know, doing this. These interviews and working with other practitioners on the coast that are helping to try and raise the vibration. It's not all doom and gloom, what we see on the news. I mean, there's miracles everywhere. You know, the tide washing in, you know, the sand, the flowers, you know, blossoming, the smells, fragrance, the colour.
A fun game to play.
Oh, okay.
Is?
Yes.
What's your business fantasy?
I would like to be working with like-minded people, raising the vibration on a conscious level, that people come to a place to help, that to be aware that, you know, how can I, you know, give us some tools to help, you know, raise the vibration and be supported, at that it's not a behind behind doors sort of thing, you know. For a long time we've been...
Almost like a drop-in centre?
Yeah, you know, something like that, you know, just but
a raise
beautiful.
the vibration drop-in centre.
Yeah, sort of just how can, you know, and everybody has their own little way of doing it all, you know.
So maybe someone could come up against a pattern where they normally respond, a situation where they might respond in anger.
Yes.
So they might come into the raise the vibration drop-in centre and go, I don't want to be that person anymore, but I don't know what else to be.
That's right. And we
and
can
you could
sort
give
of
them a little
have
tip.
little roads of, you know, okay, well, you know, have a little bit of a, you know, interview with them, talk to them, make them on a heart-to-heart level, and then just say, you know, not that they have to go to counselling and, or, you know, like, or whatever, that it, on a more nurturing. Go and connect, go and plant some trees. Find what is there that sits with them, you know. Because other people, they'd be so way out, whereas other people say, I'd love to do that.
So to encourage the mainstream to find their own consciousness.
Absolutely. That's it.
What it
to
is.
find what connects
to work
with
you.
you.
A group of people. To encourage the mainstream to find their consciousness.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for helping me find that in me. What you just said then. Just putting it together.
My pleasure.
Isn't it beautiful?
Really beautiful.
And that's what's going on in your body during the healing. Look at that.
Wow. So we're going to start.
Okay.
And we might have to start a few times. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Hello and
Thank
welcome
you.
to another
You're
session
welcome.
of Meet the Experts with Valentina and Cheryl Outred from Om Massage. Cheryl specialises in
Reiki, massage, energy healing. I use Tibetan bowls, sound therapy and crystals.
and we'll see some of those things a little bit later when we play with Cheryl and her energy fields. Sounds a bit weird.
That's okay.
When we play with
That's what happens.
When we get Cheryl to do a little demonstration for us.
Okay,
With
sure.
some of her toys that she bought.
Toys, tools, same thing. Depends how much fun you want to
I'm
have.
making myself blush. Oh no, we're gonna be gone.
I'm never going to look at those tools the same way again.
Oh, I am blushing. Welcome. I used to be just told to go and sit at the back of the class, so the people who wanted to concentrate could concentrate.
I used to get told to stand outside the room, the classroom.
Oh. You had to stand by the lockers.
I had to stand by locker, and I wasn't even taller than the lockers. I was shorter than the lockers. So when the teacher used to go past it and you get in trouble for being in the corridor, I didn't get in trouble because I was the height of the lockers. And I just be still against the lockers, they go past them.
It's hilarious.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I hope my grandchildren don't ever get to see this.